Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic from SEGADriven.com, and welcome back to our Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2021 coverage. In this video we're taking a look at Sonic the Hedgehog Discovery, developed by Chris Hammam04. Now then, so this is a little slight, this demo. Unfortunately, it's just a single act of one stage, and a little sort of introductory kind of tutorial stage. But what is here I very much enjoyed, and I'd like to highlight it because I think it deserves a little attention. So the little introductory stage is kind of, you know, bathed in silhouette. It's all dark and moody and there's no music. But it basically teaches you the main controls. And it's very much, you know, Sonic Mania setup. You've got basically the abilities you'd expect from Sonic Mania. It's very much a classic sort of 16-bit style Sonic game, but with obviously the addition of the drop dash. And yeah, the physics and the momentum all feel great. It feels like a traditional Sonic game. So yeah, can't knock it there. At the end of the little introductory section, you get sent to a different world, and I think it's supposed to be based on Earth because there's humans kicking around, and it's this sort of elevated city-looking area, a little bit more realistic, I guess, as Sonic stages go, I guess. It's still got loops and things, so, you know, it's a little bit impossible in that regard, but it's very much based on a sort of real-world city environment with humans and stuff like that. And it's quite relaxing as well. I really like the vibe they've gone for. The music is quite relaxed, and yeah, it makes it quite pleasant to play. It doesn't feel like you're in an awful lot of danger at any given point. It feels like you're just sort of exploring and having a nice time exploring a new area and just you know, soaking in the artwork and what the stage has to offer. So yeah, I very much enjoy that side of things. The structure of it is actually quite interesting. So yeah, there's a lot of verticality this stage. You're sort of working your way up the framework and the buildings, and the sort of working your way up the stage and exploring in a more vertical sense than you would in a normal sort of traditional Sonic game, which is kind of interesting. I like that structure. Despite the focus on verticality, it still feels very much like a 16-bit Sonic game, and it's not, you know, a detriment that it's more vertical. It's just a case of you're given something different to explore, and there's not too many Sonic stages that have this sort of structure, and I think that's kind of original and interesting in its own right. Outside of that, the only real, you know, additions that aren't traditionally 16-bit Sonic are the fact that there's the red star rings, so there's 5 of those hidden around the stage for you to explore and find. But other than that, yeah, it's you know, traditional Sonic. You've got elemental shields and the same sort of abilities that you'd normally have in a 16-bit Sonic game, just with the addition of the drop dash. And it's a really pleasant, nice thing to explore. I very much enjoyed my time with this. I think, despite the fact that it's not really got an awful lot of unique gimmicks of its own, just some identity that isn't just 16-bit Sonic or Sonic Mania, I think what is here is incredibly well built. I think the stage structure is excellent. Very much enjoyed exploring this area, and yeah, it's a pretty thing. There's lots of custom art here. The actual stage itself is made up of lots of custom artwork that I haven't seen in a traditional Sonic game, and it's really striking. It's got a nice look, despite the fact that, you know, it's more realistic and based on sort of, you know, Earth and real world scenarios and cities and things like that. It's quite, you know, a lot of grey in the artwork. It still manages to produce a lot of colour as well. You know, there's lots of greenery, lots of blue skies. It still looks like Sonic should be here exploring this area, which is pretty cool. I think they've done a good job of this. Honestly, despite the fact that it's only a single act, it's pretty, you know, it's a large area to explore. Certainly got my time's worth out of this, and it's got me wanting more, basically. So it's successfully whetted my appetite for more of Sonic Discovery. I'd love to see where this goes from here, because I think they've got something kind of interesting going on here. Maybe it needs a little bit more of its own identity, some more unique gimmicks, some abilities and power-ups that are entirely unique to this. But at the moment, I'm still kind of enjoying this. I just like exploring this area. I think it's a really pretty little thing. Lots of custom artwork that I like to see. And yeah, it's got a nice relaxed kind of feel to it, which is certainly unique amongst Sonic fan games. So yeah, that's Sonic Discovery. I'd say I would recommend this. It's a very short little thing, but honestly, it's still a good time. But yeah, I'd like to see where it goes from here, because I think they're onto something here. I just think it needs a little bit more of its own identity for future releases.